Lake Baikal, the deepest and one of the most ancient freshwater lakes on Earth, has long been a place of intrigue, wonder, and mystery. Located in southern Siberia, this World Heritage Site contains nearly 20% of the world's unfrozen freshwater, and its depths conceal more than just geological wonders. Oddly enough, numerous reports of strange phenomena, UFO sightings, and mysterious disappearances around the lake have captivated the imaginations of locals and researchers alike. However, a recent development involving Google Earth has added a new chapter to the lake's mysterious story. An anonymous individual, using the satellite imagery tool, discovered what appeared to be an underwater base beneath the surface of Lake Baikal, raising questions about its origin and purpose. This discovery, made possible through the increasingly sophisticated imagery available on Google Earth, has sparked widespread speculation. The debate surrounding the discovery has only intensified as more people have examined the images, with the suggestion that Lake Baikal may be hiding an underwater base or facility that has long remained concealed from the world. The individual who made the discovery shared their findings online, sparking a viral sensation as people from around the world took to Google Earth to verify the mysterious images for themselves. The images, viewed from the satellite tool, show a series of geometric shapes and patterns beneath the surface of Lake Baikal. These shapes appear to resemble structures that seem unnatural or man-made, with lines and formations that are difficult to attribute to natural geological processes. What intrigued many was the specific location of the potential underwater base, deep within the heart of the lake, where few people venture and where underwater exploration is challenging due to the lake's immense depth and cold temperatures. The structure appeared to cover a vast area, with what some claim to be entry points or portals leading into the lake's depths. While the exact dimensions of the structure were difficult to gauge from the satellite imagery, it was clear that the formation stood out compared to the natural underwater landscape. Several individuals who analyzed the images suggested that the patterns bore a striking resemblance to those seen in underwater structures found in other parts of the world, such as the supposed Yonaguni Monument off the coast of Japan. Others noted that the shapes seemed too organized and symmetrical to be a natural formation, fueling speculation that Lake Baikal may be home to a secret underwater base or facility. The discovery of this potential underwater base has led to numerous theories, and the most popular theory posited by enthusiasts of the unknown is that the structure could be evidence of an extraterrestrial presence. For decades, Lake Baikal has been associated with UFO sightings and strange occurrences, leading some to believe that aliens may have a hidden base beneath the lake. The lake's remote location, depth, and relatively unexplored waters make it a plausible hiding spot for an advanced civilization or an otherworldly presence seeking to remain concealed from humanity. In fact, many locals have reported seeing strange glowing objects above the lake's surface, and there have been stories of fishermen encountering mysterious underwater lights. Some even claim that Soviet-era military personnel had previously conducted secretive operations near the lake in response to unusual sightings, though these reports have never been officially confirmed. The idea that Lake Baikal could be the site of an underwater extraterrestrial base fits into a larger narrative of UFO activity in remote and unexplored areas. Another theory is that the structure might be a relic from a lost or ancient civilization. Lake Baikal is nearly 25 million years old, making it one of the oldest lakes in the world. Some researchers believe that ancient human civilizations, or even pre-human species, may have existed around the lake long before recorded history. The geometric patterns observed in the Google Earth images could be the remains of an advanced civilization that built structures beneath the lake, which have since become submerged due to geological shifts or rising water levels over millennia. Interestingly, in the late 1980s, Russian Navy divers were conducting routine training exercises in Lake Baikal, the world's deepest and oldest lake located in Siberia. However, what they discovered during one of their dives was anything but routine. Several of the divers reported encountering strange humanoid creatures, sparking intense interest and speculation about what they had seen. Siberia, a region in Russia, has been a long-standing site of reported UFO and extraterrestrial encounters for many generations. Among the notable locations in Siberia where such phenomena have been observed is Lake Baikal. This vast body of water is renowned for its unique ecosystem that harbors a multitude of rare species. The swimmers of Lake Baikal, at one point, instilled fear in Russian Navy divers, showcasing immense strength that tragically resulted in the deaths of 3 divers due to decompression sickness. The Lake Baikal swimmers refer to a peculiar and mysterious group of aquatic humanoid beings that came into contact with Russian naval divers in the year 1982, creating a sense of intrigue and wonder. This intriguing encounter occurred amidst a routine military diving operation at the depth of 50 meters, equivalent to 164 feet, when the divers were suddenly intrigued by an unusual presence sharing the waters with them. The divers documented observations of beings with a human-like appearance whose elongated bodies measured up to 3 meters or 9 feet long. Beyond their sheer size, the divers found other evidence indicating that the entities they came across were extraterrestrial in nature. These humanoid creatures were unlike anything seen on Earth, sparking intrigue and speculation about their origin and purpose. The depicted humanoids were characterized by their silver outlines, adorned with see-through orbs atop their heads. These orbs have been likened to the appearance of an unfolded umbrella positioned above the creatures' heads. This description portrays a detailed depiction of the figures, emphasizing the distinct features that set them apart. After the divers emerged from the depths of Lake Baikal, they promptly relayed their astonishing discovery to a commanding officer. In response, the commander instructed the divers to plunge back into the icy waters and capture one of these mysterious aquatic beings. 7 brave divers descended into the lake once more, coming face to face with the mysterious Lake Baikal swimmers, who exhibited extraordinary strength by forcefully propelling the Soviet divers back to the surface. This remarkable encounter not only showcased the resilience of the divers, but also underscored the uncanny abilities of these elusive underwater creatures dwelling in the depths of Lake Baikal. Inadequate availability of decompression chambers along the shore resulted in a tragic situation where all 7 divers could not be accommodated, leaving 3 divers unfortunate enough to succumb to decompression sickness, also known as caisson disease or the bends. This unfortunate incident marked a deadly turn in the efforts to reach out to the Lake Baikal swimmers. The lack of resources to address decompression needs exposed the divers to the fatal consequences of their descent into the depths. Nikolai Kiriv, a resident fisherman in the quaint village of Kultuk, has recently shared an intriguing anecdote with local historians, recounting an unforgettable fishing expedition from the 1990s. As described by Kiriv during a nocturnal fishing excursion with his companions, a remarkable and mystifying sight unfolded before their eyes. Allegedly, as they engaged in their fishing activities under the cover of night, they were astounded to witness strange occurrences in the tranquil waters of the lake. In the vast expanse of Lake Baikal, the fishermen faced a deep sense of fear when encountering mysterious creatures that threatened to overturn their boats, plunging them into the icy depths. Desperately attempting to ensnare one of these mysterious silver beings by casting expansive nets into the frigid waters, the crew soon retreated back to the safety of the shore, shaken by the eerie encounter. This unsettling experience left an indelible mark on their psyches, dissuading them from ever venturing back to that particular area of Lake Baikal. In addition to the mentioned evidence, there exists a folklore tale revolving around a native farmer who recounted a narrative to a traveler regarding mythical pharaohs residing in the lake area. As per the folklore, these lake-dwelling pharaohs were believed to have caused the sinking of a boat, prompting the villagers to take action by casting nets into the waters and successfully hauling approximately 50 of these pharaohs onto the shore. This folklore not only adds a touch of mystique to the local legends, but also illustrates the deep-rooted beliefs and customs prevalent among the villagers in that region. In ancient folklore, the beings known as pharaohs were believed to possess a human-like appearance with heads, arms, hands, and legs, yet they also had paws and a fishtail. Legend has it that the villagers resorted to whipping these pharaohs with birch rods and then casting them back into the depths of the lake. This act of punishment was not just physical, it carried a powerful symbolic message. Following the severe beating, the pharaohs vanished from the land, never to be seen again. The reports in question, regarding the existence of humanoid entities, have never received official confirmation or denial from the government. These accounts have sparked a significant amount of speculation and intrigue within the paranormal community. Various theories have emerged to explain the origins of these humanoids. Some speculate that they might have been the outcome of clandestine experiments conducted by the government. On the other hand, alternative perspectives propose that these entities could potentially be extraterrestrial in nature, originating from outer space, or possibly remnants of an ancient civilization long lost in the annals of history. Interestingly, individuals residing in and visiting Lake Baikal have shared numerous accounts of witnessing mysterious phenomena in the nocturnal skies, or emanating from the profound waters of the lake, known for its pristine clarity. Observers have depicted these strange occurrences as radiant spheres or circular shapes, exuding a rhythmic luminescence that casts an ethereal light upon the surrounding landscape. These celestial manifestations, whether fleeting streaks amidst the stars or emerging from the abyssal depths below, have captivated the imaginations of onlookers and stirred a sense of wonder. In a captivating narrative, a collective of fishermen recounted a mesmerizing experience of encountering a sequence of luminous, unidentified flying objects suspended over the lake's serene surface while engaged in a recreational fishing venture. Their vivid description details how these mysterious objects radiated a gentle, rhythmic glow that gracefully traversed the shimmering waters before vanishing into the vast expanse of the nocturnal sky. This account not only highlights the intriguing nature of their observation, but also underscores the profound impact it had on their perspective of the world beyond their familiar realm. Reports have emerged about divers coming across luminous objects submerged in the depths of Lake Baikal. These mysterious objects are often described as glowing orbs or underwater vessels, displaying remarkable agility and elegance. Such encounters have stirred up discussions and conjectures within the scientific community and among enthusiasts, leading to intensified scrutiny and research efforts aimed at unraveling the mysteries surrounding these phenomena. The peculiar sightings of these luminous objects have triggered a wave of curiosity and fascination, prompting a more profound exploration into the true nature and possible origins of these strange occurrences. In the case of luminous, unidentified flying objects sighted above Lake Baikal, a renowned site veiled in mystery, the scientific community and scholars have postulated numerous hypotheses to elucidate these occurrences. Among the assorted theories put forth, one compelling idea posits that the radiating objects could potentially be attributed to inherent natural elements. These objects, possibly emanated by bioluminescent organisms or atmospheric plasma, are hypothesized to emanate light as a result of intricate chemical reactions or electromagnetic phenomena occurring within their milieu. In a more elaborate exploration of the phenomenon, an alternative explanation emerges, suggesting that the luminous, unidentified flying objects might be of human creation, possibly experimental aircraft or drones engaged in testing or surveillance activities near Lake Baikal. Nevertheless, this hypothesis falls short in explaining the remarkable nimbleness and dexterity observed by individuals who have witnessed these occurrences, prompting skepticism regarding its accuracy. The notion that these UFOs are intricately tied to terrestrial operations raises intriguing questions about the advanced technology and capabilities involved, challenging conventional understandings of aerial phenomena. A theoretical perspective that delves into speculation suggests that the luminous, unidentified flying objects might potentially originate from extraterrestrial sources, embodying sophisticated spacecraft or investigative devices venturing into the realms of Earth's oceans and skies. Despite the contentious nature of this hypothesis and its deficiency in empirical substantiation, it remains a notion that should not be summarily disregarded due to humanity's limited comprehension of the cosmos and the plausibility of life existing beyond our planetary boundaries. This viewpoint invites a profound examination of the possibility that these mysterious aerial phenomena could stem from civilizations or entities existing beyond Earth. Throughout the ongoing pursuit to unravel and elucidate the mystery surrounding the luminous, unidentified flying objects witnessed above Lake Baikal, the perplexing puzzle lingers unresolved, evoking profound fascination amongst both researchers and enthusiasts who are spellbound by these mysterious occurrences. The vast, uncharted depths of the world's oceans have always held a certain allure, captivating the imagination of those who dream of uncovering the secrets beneath the waves. One such secret has emerged not from the deep sea, but from the realms of social media. An anonymous former National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration scientist recently posted a detailed account of an extraordinary encounter with a mysterious creature during a deep-sea exploration. The anonymous post appeared on a popular social media platform, accompanied by a detailed narrative and several images purportedly captured during the encounter. The scientist, who identified themselves only as a former NOAA employee with extensive experience in marine biology, chose to remain anonymous due to fears of professional and personal repercussions. Despite the anonymity, the detailed knowledge and technical language used in the post lent credibility to their account, suggesting a genuine background in marine science. According to the post, the encounter occurred during a deep-sea mission in a remote part of the Pacific Ocean. The mission's objective was to study the unique ecosystems of the ocean's twilight zone, an area between 200 and 1,000 meters deep, where sunlight barely penetrates. Equipped with state-of-the-art submersibles and remote-operated vehicles, the team set out to gather data on bioluminescent organisms and other deep-sea life forms. During one of the dives, the remote-operated vehicle camera captured an image that stunned the entire team. A humanoid figure with distinctly aquatic features appeared briefly in the camera's lights before swimming away. The creature had a lithe, streamlined body covered in shimmering scales, with a long, flowing tail and webbed hands. Its face, while humanoid, exhibited large, luminous eyes adapted to the low-light environment and gill-like structures along its neck. The scientist described how the creature moved with fluid grace, exhibiting a level of agility and control that surpassed known marine animals. The former worker pointed out that the mysterious underwater humanoid possessed a prominent sagittal crest, a bony ridge running along the top of its head, suggesting a unique evolutionary adaptation. The sagittal crest, a feature not typically associated with known marine life, added a layer of complexity to the sighting. This anatomical feature could suggest a specialized function, perhaps related to sensory perception or hydrodynamics. The anonymous employee stated that they managed to observe the mermaid-like being for several minutes by watching the remotely operated vehicle, further adding that the creature would approach and then dart away. The creature's behavior suggested a level of intelligence and awareness, adding to the mystery of its origin and nature. Oddly enough, following the encounter, the scientist received several warnings from unidentified individuals, cautioning them not to disclose what they had seen. These threats escalated quickly, including direct confrontations that implied severe consequences if the information was shared. The nature and tone of these threats suggested involvement from powerful individuals with a vested interest in keeping the encounter secret. The scientists speculated that the reason for the enforced silence could be due to various factors. One possibility is the fear of public panic or the destabilization of societal norms. Another reason could be the desire of governmental or private organizations to control the knowledge and study of such beings, potentially for scientific, military, or economic gain. The scientists' decision to post anonymously was driven by a need to share their story while avoiding the severe repercussions they had been warned about. The individual expressed their belief that it is important for the world to be aware of the truth, and they also mentioned their intention to publish further details. However, the initial post was removed from social media but was subsequently re-uploaded to Reddit, only to be deleted once more. Consequently, numerous researchers hypothesized that an event occurred involving the ex-employee of the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration. Others hypothesized that the posts were intentionally removed with the intention of concealing the truth. Furthermore, they even went to the extent of suggesting that the employee mysteriously disappeared shortly after making these posts. Interestingly, some researchers have suggested that the reason why these sightings and encounters are covered up is because these underwater humanoids are extraterrestrial in origin. Reports of underwater humanoids are not a recent phenomenon. Ancient legends and myths from various cultures describe mermaids and sea gods, hinting at encounters with mysterious aquatic beings. In modern times, these sightings have continued, often reported by credible sources such as military personnel and seasoned divers. One notable case is the 1968 incident involving Soviet Navy divers in Lake Baikal, where humanoid creatures in silvery suits were observed at significant depths. Another well-documented sighting occurred in the 1990s near the coast of Greenland, where fishermen reported seeing a humanoid figure with webbed hands and feet. These accounts, while varied, share common elements that suggest something extraordinary beneath the waves. The possibility that these underwater humanoids are aliens hinges on the notion that advanced civilizations could have the technology to explore Earth's oceans. Just as humans sent probes and rovers to explore other planets, it is plausible that an alien civilization might send biologically engineered beings or advanced robots to study our oceans. The deep sea's extreme conditions, high pressure, low temperature, and complete darkness, could be an ideal hiding place for such beings, away from human detection. The advanced technology displayed by these underwater humanoids suggests a level of sophistication far beyond current human capabilities. Reports often describe these beings moving effortlessly through the water, performing maneuvers that defy known aquatic life forms. This includes high-speed movements, abrupt changes in direction, and the ability to withstand extreme underwater pressures. Such capabilities align with what one might expect from technologically advanced explorers. If underwater humanoids are indeed extraterrestrial, the implications for humanity are profound. Governments might suppress this information for several reasons, primarily to prevent public panic. The sudden revelation that alien beings are not only visiting Earth, but also inhabiting our oceans, could lead to widespread fear and uncertainty. People might question their safety, the government's ability to protect them, and the fundamental understanding of humanity's place in the universe. Another reason for secrecy is the desire to maintain control over the situation. By keeping the existence of underwater humanoids classified, governments can study these beings and their technology without external pressure or interference. This control allows for the development of strategic responses and the advancement of technology that might be derived from studying these extraterrestrial visitors. Revealing such information prematurely could compromise national security and strategic advantages. Several incidents involving military personnel suggest that governments are aware of the presence of underwater humanoids. Many of these incidents have involved an aerial object. Similar reports of unidentified submerged objects suggest a connection between these sightings. Whistleblowers and former government officials have occasionally come forward with claims of extraterrestrial encounters and subsequent cover-ups. These accounts sometimes include detailed descriptions of government efforts to monitor and study these beings. The consistency and specificity of these testimonies add weight to the argument that governments possess knowledge they are not sharing with the public. The cultural and psychological impact of confirming these advanced life forms would be profound. As of right now, many researchers who have looked into these encounters have said that the possibility that underwater humanoid sightings are genuine encounters with extraterrestrial beings is both fascinating and unsettling. The advanced capabilities of these beings suggest a level of technology far beyond our own, and their presence in Earth's oceans hints at a strategic choice to remain hidden. Governments, aware of the potential for widespread panic, might suppress this information to maintain control and study these beings in secrecy. Blackbeard's encounter with merfolk. The name Blackbeard conjures images of one of the most notorious pirates in history. Known for his fearsome appearance and ruthless tactics, Blackbeard, whose real name was Edward Teach, terrorized the Atlantic and Caribbean seas in the early 18th century. Among the many tales of his exploits, there are intriguing entries in his logbook that suggest encounters with merfolk or mermaids. Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard, was born around 1680 in Bristol, England. He turned to piracy in the early 1700s and quickly gained notoriety for his intimidating presence, characterized by a thick black beard and the habit of lighting fuses in his beard during battle to create a fearsome appearance. Blackbeard commanded a formidable fleet and was known for his strategic acumen and brutal enforcement of discipline. Blackbeard operated during the so-called Golden Age of piracy, a period from the late 17th century to the early 18th century when piracy was rampant in the Caribbean, North American coast, and West African coast. This era was marked by fierce maritime battles, the plundering of merchant ships, and the establishment of pirate havens. Sailors of this time were deeply superstitious, and tales of sea monsters, mermaids, and other mythical creatures were common. In several entries in his logbook, Blackbeard recorded sightings of merfolk. These creatures were described as having the upper body of a human and the lower body of a fish, resembling the classic depiction of mermaids. According to the logbook, these sightings often occurred in remote and dangerous parts of the sea, where the waters were treacherous and the weather unpredictable. Blackbeard was not one to take supernatural occurrences lightly. He instructed his crew to avoid the areas where merfolk had been sighted, believing that these creatures were omens of bad luck or danger. This caution extended to altering the course of his ships to steer clear of these regions, even if it meant taking longer, more perilous routes.